Hello and welcome to this module on Power BI overview. In this lecture or this short video, I'll be going over all you need to know about Power BI. And I have this beautiful slide I'll be talking through. So let's quickly dive into it as we look at the content for this video. So what should you expect? Yes, what should you expect in this video? So first, I will touch on the introduction, tell you what Power BI is all about. Then we'll go into Power BI architecture, after which we look at Power BI components. Then I will talk about artificial intelligence in Power BI. And yes, let's begin by answering the question, what exactly is Power BI? So Power BI is a business intelligence tool that is specifically used for business analytics, right? And it is developed by Microsoft, and it allows users to connect to data sources, transform and model data. It is used to create interactive reports and dashboards. So it is widely used by organizations and individuals for data visualization, business intelligence, and decision making. A very super and interesting and powerful tool when it comes to data visualization. So that is Power BI, right? Now let's talk about the reason why firms choose Power BI. So I have some reasons I want to share with you here based on my own perspective, and I think I at least some of these reasons are valid, given that I have worked with Power BI for some years now at industry level. So my first reason here is, okay, before I go into that, I just have a short write-up here that says Power BI is a powerful business intelligence tool that enables organizations to analyze and visualize their data in meaningful ways. So 5 reasons why firms choose Power BI are: 1, it is user-friendly. So Power BI is user-friendly, it's click and drag. It has interesting and great interface that allows you to click, drag, and perform some interesting functions. 2, it's a cloud-based solution. It provides or has a cloud-based solution where you can design your dashboard using Power BI desktop and then push your dashboard into the cloud using Power BI service, so that everybody in the organization can have access to it and view the dashboards and reports that has been created. It has an embedded industry, in fact, Power BI is an industry-leading AI. So it has an embedded AI that allows you to do some quick analytics from the dashboard or the data set that is uploaded to Power BI. So it has a powerful embedded AI. Also, it allows for the combination of multiple data sources. So there are a lot of data sources that can be connected through files, through PDF, through databases, and connect from the web, and so on. Amazing and lots of data sources, which we'll be touching on some of them in this course. Again, it can be integrated with other Microsoft products. So it's cool if you use Microsoft in your organization, then Power BI is there for easy and swift integration. Let's talk about Power BI architecture. So what are the architecture? What is the different parts that make up this Power BI, entire Power BI architecture? They are the frameworks that work together to provide a comprehensive end-to-end analytics or data analytics and visualization solution. The first one that we'll be touching on, which is our focus throughout this training, is Power BI Desktop. So primarily, it is used to is a development tool for creating interactive reports and dashboards. Then we have Power BI Service. It's a web-based platform for sharing, collaborating, and publishing Power BI content. The next framework is Power BI Mobile. The mobile is the mobile application that's available for iOS and Android devices, so you can easily view and interact and collaborate on a particular Power BI content that has been pushed to the service. Then we also have Power BI Gateway. This enables security or secure data transfer between on-premises data sources and the cloud-based Power BI service. So the gateway is what is responsible for the security that is required for pushing data from one source, from the primary data source to the cloud. And finally, data sources. This allow users to connect to various data sources, retrieve data, and analyze it. All right. So these are the various frameworks that allows Power BI to work comprehensively. Now let's talk about data source and connectivity. Data source and connectivity. Now, in this area, I'd like us to touch on the different data sources that Power BI allows a user to connect to. So, as you're learning this tool, the data visualization tool, you also learn the different sources that you can use. You can connect your data from into Power BI. The first source I'd like to mention here is databases. Power BI can pull data from databases, which means that you can connect your data source to Power BI from a database. Databases like Microsoft SQL Server, Azure SQL Database, Oracle Database, MySQL, and much more. We also have another data source, which is files. So you can also connect various files like Excel, CSV, XML, JSON, PDF, and text files. You can connect those into Power BI to extract data for visualization purposes. Then there is the cloud services. You can use cloud services like Azure SQL Database, like we mentioned earlier, the cloud-based applications such as Dynamics 365, Salesforce, SharePoint Online, and Google Analytics. All of these different databases or data sources can be connected to Power BI. Then we have another source, the online sources such as the SharePoint Online, the Exchange Online, the OneDrive for Business, and Power Platform services like Power Apps and Power Automate. All of these are interesting sources of data that can also be connected to Power BI. Not only that, you can also connect Power BI to big data and NoSQL sources such as Azure HD Insight, Azure Data Lake Data Lake Storage, and the Apache Spark. And finally, we have a web and APIs, which serve as these different data sources to connect to Power BI. You can connect to web APIs, and you can retrieve data in JSON and XML formats. So these and many more are the different data sources that can be connected into Power BI. And I hope as you continue your journey, you will get to learn more on how to do this practically in this course. Just keep your minds open and be ready to get your hands dirty. All right, now let's talk about another aspect of data connectivity in Power BI. So Power BI provides several options to connect to data sources, as they include, you can do that through direct query. You can query directly from Power BI from the data source into Power BI. You can also import data, CSV file, Excel file, PDF, and so on. You can also perform what is known as live connection, where you connect to a data set, data source that gets into that is populated real time and is being updated into Power BI. Right? So you can also have a hybrid connection, connecting from a local base or from a file and also from a live source. Can connect data from maybe Google Sheets. I can connect from my SQL database and multiple sources at the same time. That is a hybrid connection. And finally, custom connectors. There are also different custom connectors which we've already captured from the different data sources that I mentioned earlier. Next, let's quickly discuss Power BI components. There are different Power BI components I'd like to share with you. So they are more like an enabling environment in which segments of the Power BI architecture function, and the components include Power Query. So Power Query is a platform that allows you to perform stuff like data cleaning and data transformation. It's a very great tool that you would work with again and again as you continue your journey as a Power BI data visualization expert. So you work a lot with Power Query because you would have to perform data cleaning at different times. So it allows for data connection and also transformation tools. Now, function of Power Query, of course, you can also find Power Query in Excel. It's used to extract, clean, transform raw data from various sources, for example, from Excel, from databases, from web APIs, and all. Power Query also is used for a kind of automation, or to automate repetitive tasks, such as removing duplicates, changing data types, and merging data sets. You can get your data set connected from a very dirty source into Power BI, or leave some steps that can be implemented in Power Query, which will be affected, which will affect your data in a repetitive format. Then the next component I'd like to talk about is Power Pivot. So Power Pivot is a data modeling tool that allows users to create complex models with large data sets. So some of the functions of Power Pivot include to build relationships between tables and create data model. It also allows for the use of DAX, which stands for data analysis expressions, to create calculated fields, measures, and KPIs. And it handles large data sets efficiently by using what is known as in-memory analytics. The other component I like to mention here is Power View. So Power View is an interactive data visualization tool that is embedded in Power BI Desktop or Excel. And this particular tool is used to create charts, graphs, and other visualization elements to represent data visually. It allows for the dynamic interaction with filters, slicers for deeper exploration of data. And not just that, it's also using to automatically update visuals as the underlying data changes. I'd like to also talk about Power Map. So what is Power Map? Power Map is a 3D geospatial data visualization tool that allows for map data to geographically to be map data geographically to visualize trends, patterns, and patterns based on locations. Yep. It also represents data over time, which creates animations to show changes, and it can be integrated with Bing Maps for accurate location plotting. Now, the next and the last Power BI component I'd like to mention here is called Power Q&A. So what does Power Q&A stand for? What is it used for? So Power Q&A is actually a natural language query tool in Power BI, which allows users to ask questions about their data using plain language, such as what are the total sales this month? So we can ask questions like that using Power Q&A. And it also automatically generates appropriate visualizations for based on the query you set in Power Q&A. So these are some of the components of Power BI that you will learn about as you go deeper into the exploration of Power BI as a tool for data visualization. Next and finally, I would like to talk about AI in Power BI. Okay, AI in Power BI. So AI stands for artificial intelligence, as I believe you know before now. And there are some key functionalities, key AI functionalities in Power BI, which include number one, smart data preparation. So the AI components can automatically detect and correct data inconsistencies, identifying missing values and suggest data transformations. Not just that, the Power BI AI also gives quick insights, which automatically analyzes data and generates meaningful insights without the need for manual exploration. With AI in Power BI, you can also run some natural language processing or query and generation. All right, this allows users can ask questions, make requests, and receive data visualizations and insights in response. It supports automatic generation of narrative reports and explanations based on data analysis results. And then AI visuals allows for the visuals incorporate machine learning algorithms to perform tasks such as clustering, forecasting, sentiment analysis, key driver analysis, and anomaly detection. Although these parts are interesting part of Power BI that you would eventually go into as you go deeper into the use of Power BI. And the second before the last AI and Power BI feature I'd like to talk about is the automated machine learning. So with Azure Machine Learning, users can build and deploy machine learning models directly with Power BI. Isn't this amazing? Of course it is. This is one of the reasons why firms choose Power BI. And finally, AI-powered data modeling. It can automatically dictate relationships and create hierarchies database based on the data structure and patterns. All right. Uh, okay, based on data structures and patterns, right? It can also suggest relevant measures, dimensions, and calculated columns based on the data context. And that's it. Thank you very much for joining for watching this video today. I'll see you again in the next one. I hope you now understand, you know all you need to know about Power BI in this video. Thank you and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.